Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the BBPM Business Podcast. My name is Melissa C. Williams, and today I'm going to talk to the old school performers, entertainers, and I'm going to talk to those who want to get into the music business: rappers, singers, songwriters, beat makers, even DJs. Okay, so those of you from back in the day who you have that old school flavor. Just in case you didn't know, it's coming back. It's making a resurgence. People want to hear that old school music. They're getting a little bit tired of some of the, the mainstream hardcore, music. We want some ballads, something that's a little bit more tame. And that's not to say that that won't go away quickly, but you can now. This is the time to jump back in, okay, with your old school music. Now, one thing is to make money. When someone or a rapper or a musician wants to sample your music, this is a good way to get back into the mainstream and to become relevant again. Because you can make a deal with that person, like a 50-50 deal, to get the money off of from the song being sampled, or you can also split the royalty fees, okay, on that. So I remember back in the day, there was a song called "I Found Love on a Two-Way Street and Lost It on a Lonely Highway." So I looked up the song to see, because I remember when I was coming up, it was Stacey Lattisaw that I recall or remember singing that song. But as I went back on Wikipedia, I believe it was The Moments, okay? Now, The Moments, or Ray Goodman and Brown. Now, I remember meeting Billy Brown. I had a television show a long time ago on a cable show on public TV, and I had my own TV show that my son was producing, and I interviewed him on the show. Billy Brown of The Moments, or Ray Goodman and Brown. And once I did that interview, now I know he's a popular singer, these are popular musicians, they've had their songs sampled, but the fact that I was able to interview him in my community may have led to him, that group, becoming relevant in our community and people hiring them to do events. So you never ever know how you can, that something small could be something huge. Everyone sees you, you become relevant again. So there's things that you can do. You can be on podcasts, okay? You can work with DJs, let them sample your music. Let me tell you something. Once people start playing your song again on the radio, I don't care if it's college radio, at a high school, or somebody samples it or does a cover, people go back and they're like, oh my God, I remember that song. Or they want to know where did it come from, okay? So it makes you relevant again. And a lot of musicians make their money not just from streaming, because that's a small amount of your money, but in performing. So once you become relevant again, you will start becoming booked and busy, okay? And if that happens, make sure that people know how to contact you or to book you, whether you have a business card, flyers, or make sure you have some type of social media following. I don't care if somebody sets up a social media page for you, even if you're not active on it. You do need to try to be active and interactive, and to make sure that you're directing it so that you can get your money, you can make more money, okay? This is how you make that money again, by becoming interactive, getting more pictures taken, allowing somebody to videotape and post you guys' performances, okay? And then more people want to book you. Things like parties, local events, you may be opening act back in a big arena, or just be a part of like a group compilation, The Temptations, The Moments, and whoever else. Also at casinos is a great place to make money. So that's just something to think about for the old school. Also, performing. There's, come out with new songs, all right? There's a lot of singers and producers in the areas that you guys live in who would love the chance to just, they have good songs written and produce a new song, a couple new songs for you, okay? Something new, something up to date, another ballad, another R&B hit. You just never know. Bring back your money. And you can also collaborating with someone else. Even if you don't have the money to pay a producer, like an up-and-coming producer or a songwriter, you can barter this. You can tell them, oh, I'll pay you, later, and be honest about it. Pay them later when you get back on your feet, or you can give them the credit on the song. This song was done by da 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 da. Okay, so these are just some ideas that you old school performers, make some new songs. Remember Charlie Wilson. Now, I know that Snoop Dogg is, well-known rapper, what have you, but Charlie Wilson did come back and make some new music, which I actually liked. I appreciate, and I liked his songs. And I was like, wow, even though he was part of the Gap Band, he did go solo. Those new songs were awesome. So that's something to think about, new music, and perform, or even have some of these people in your area that that can record the music, even do a video, cinematography, videographers. Work with them, okay? Until you're back, until your music is back making that money. Also, now this is for the old school and for the new school performers, okay? So if you're new to the music arena, entertainment, these are some steps that you have to take, okay, to get a buzz out here. So once you've written your songs, write several songs, okay, you're going to want to, at that time, get your performance rights, okay? If you're also a beat maker, you want to get your music ASCAP or BMI, okay, and copywritten. So those are the steps right there, the first 3 steps after you've written your music or you've made your beats, okay? Then that's because if it's ever played in the mainstream, once they play it, they give you your royalties, okay? You start making money on it, off of it, and I'm going to tell you how. Just keep on listening, okay? So after that's done, you want to, you can go on what's called TuneCore, TuneCore.com, or you can go to CD Baby, and you can get your music placed into the music houses where they'll stream it, such as like they'll Spotify, Apple Music, TuneCore, okay? What you're gonna have to do though is, after the music, you're gonna have to record your song. So you're gonna find somebody, a recording studio, you're gonna find somebody who can make beats. See, my son, it's good because not only does he make beats, but he also records and he can mix it, okay? Now you can also send your music out and have it even more professionally mixed down, okay? Or audio engineered how you want it done, all right? That's gonna cost you a little bit of money. But when you go to TuneCore or CD Baby to have your digital song placed so that it will be played, like on Spotify, they'll also put it, you can pay to have it put on, sent out to storehouses like YouTube, Facebook, all on social media, okay? You're gonna have to make a cover. So you have to make a cover for your music, for your song, okay? You have to have a title for your song, all right? Then after you've done all that, you have your song uploaded, okay? Then they'll accept it and release it and send it out, okay? So now it's copywritten. You have your ASCAP and BMI. So if it's played anywhere, you can on the radio or in other people start buying it and streaming it, you will get your royalties. You can also post up and have a YouTube page made. This is not just for performers. I'm also talking to DJs, okay? Make sure you're on social media. Make sure you have your Facebook page, your Instagram. A lot of people have hit and their music has been played by one, doing covers of other people's songs. That's a good way to do it. Two, do your own music and garner a buzz. Some people have done it through TikTok. They've done it through YouTube. I've seen millions of streams from just newcomers. And you have to be consistently posting and consistently doing music. Some of you might just throw it up here, then you get despondent and say, oh, only 50 people looked at it, they're not liking it. No, keep posting. Keep making videos, okay? Either that or just put up covers. Get your friends to help you, all right? Make it a group thing. Get them involved. Give them credit for their work. Ask them to share your music, okay? To like your stuff. Make a music video, okay? Ask mom, dad, or family members to help out. Save up your money. You know, cut some grass, do whatever you got to do to make a little money and put your money back into your music. But make sure you're consistently posting. Some of you have a ton of songs written. I know I do. I like to write. I'm a songwriter. And one way to get my music out, I would actually sing the songs. I'm not the best singer, but hey, I'm going to do what I got to do to get it so you can hear my music. I worked with my son and my daughter, who both, you know, my son, like I said, he makes original beats. And my daughter, she can sing, she can rap, she can do it all. She's a writer. My son can write. And also, I love this about my son, is that if I write, because I write like how I speak. And he said that, he's like, Ma, that's not how, if you're going to rap or write, some of the words have to be kind of like a, you know, like a, you have to abbreviate the words kind of. And he would do that for me, or he would change the words around because I was like so lengthy what I had to say, and it didn't. But I was good at writing and making, because I like to rhyme. I used to write poetry, so it was pretty easy for me, and I'm quick on writing songs. So if anybody's interested in some of my music, please check out my songs on YouTube. They are now up in the streaming houses at I think it is Apple Music and iTunes. Okay. So follow those steps. Now that you have a buzz, you have to keep going, posting on social media, doing a music video. You can do quick videos of just you and your friends dancing, go to the beach, go to the park. It doesn't have to be that serious. Also, now start trying to perform, okay? Perform at parties, talent shows in your community. Perform at your high school. Find out if there is a talent show coming up, or if you can convince, you know, your principal or your teachers or whoever's in charge to allow some of you guys to go out and come on stage and sing your songs, you know, or perform, whatever it is that you're doing. You can also perform in your communities. Find out if there's any places that, if you're underage, will allow you to perform. Now, where I'm at, there are places like the Stone Pony. You know, you can also perform on the beach. Okay, but like say the Stone Pony, there's also, what do you call it? Some bowling alleys that let you perform. Now, some of these places will ask you to have at least 5 or 6 songs done if you're going to give a concert. Okay, so that would be your first mini concert. My son and his group did that back in the day. So proud of them. They were called Lick Your Lips. They performed their 5 songs. I'm sorry I don't have all the video. I don't have the video footage for that, but I do have pictures. They did an excellent job. Now, some people require, like you said, the minimum of 5 or 6 songs to perform, and they want you to sell tickets, and they'll give you half of the door. Now, I think that's fantastic. Now, if you're going to start performing, let's say you can find out if you can perform at a Sweet 16, at a prom, at places like Great Adventures, wherever there's a lot of people gathering. Find out if you can, you know, give a performance and charge. How much will you charge? Okay, so if you're a new performer, you might, and you've never done it before, you can start out with like $50. I had a Sweet 16 a long time ago for my daughter, and I hired a local rapper and I gave him $50 for performing, okay? And he loved it. The kids loved it. It turned out fantastic, okay? We had a huge turnout for that Sweet 16 party. So that's an idea. When you start performing more, keep continuing to perform, you can start charging $100 and then start, charging the big bucks, $1,000, $2,000 for a club, okay? When you become a well-known artist, some are not that well-known, but they're, have a good following. Some of these artists are getting $50,000 to perform in these clubs and $100,000 per performance. So think that through. Big money. Your money is going to come from your performance, but at the same time, you will still get residuals, your royalties. When your music is played on radio, you can get your music played on college radio. They have a directory. I'll have to find the directory, and I'll do that again in another podcast for you. I will reach out to you on that. Like I said, if you attend a college or university, you can find out if you can do a stage performance there to get known. If you have to pay, okay? And get that buzz out there. Try to get some performances at a party, at a bar mitzvah, I don't care what it is. If you have a DJ friend, see if he can mix down your songs and play them for you. If he works at a spot, let's say he works at a Legion, or he's playing music at the Legion, or he's playing at a VFW or some type of organization where you can perform or they can play your songs. Do both, okay? Do what you got to do to start performing, get your name out there. Charge $50 to $100 just to get started. Start charging $200-$300 as your name gets out there. Make sure you're getting money from all different sources, all right? Like I said, just to recap, make sure that you copyright your music, get your ASCAP and BMI, okay? And while you're waiting for that, because that's going to take a little while, you can also get your cover made for your songs, start recording them, and post your music in the streaming houses by going through TuneCore.com and CD Baby. Now, everything I'm telling you sounds easy, one step. No, it's not that easy, and it's time consuming, and it's going to be a little frustrating. So what you can do is, like I said, make sure you have family or friends that can help you do this. Or if you know a producer or people who already have done this that can help you do this step by step, okay? You pay them something for their work and their time, okay? And guys, good luck, and I'll see you again. I'm going to do another podcast on the music industry and how to get into it. We're going to keep going. So if anybody has anything they want to share with me, please send it. If I helped you, please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Melissa C. Williams, and I'll see you again, guys.